Emily, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Tony. How are you?
I'm great. I get to talk with you, so that's the best part of my morning. Sensation is exciting, isn't it? It's a real thriller. It's a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
was there a big audition process for this?
Actually, Martin got in contact with me and asked me to audition. So I think he had me in mind for it from the beginning.
That's got to be a lovely thought that you didn't have to do too much.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice to be wanted, definitely.
This is a really deep part too. Tell me a little bit about your character, Nadia.
So Nadia is quite complicated because she comes across probably quite sort of stern and almost like a baddie, but she's not. Like everything she does is because she believes she's doing the right thing. And she's doing it for her own safety and for the safety of her brother Yuri, who's also in the program. So it was an interesting character to approach, but Martin really had like a strong vision for Nadia and who she was. So it was helpful to go with that.
When you approach a part like this, do you sit with the director and say, look, I need to build a backstory. We need to have, so you're comfortable in the part as an actress.
Yeah, you got to know who you are. It can't just be those 100 pages. So we sat down and we worked out a backstory and like, why is she like this, and where does it come from, this sort of almost like robotic scientific nature that's sort of like a facade. And to begin with, we like, she was written in Russian, so she was a Russian character. So, and that I wanted to play her with a Russian accent. Like I would have loved that opportunity, but Martin didn't hear it, but he just squashed that from the beginning. He said, no, do it in your own accent. But it kind of helped to imagine her for me as a Russian woman. I felt like that helped with my sort of the physicalities.
It's a very, very deep part that you've got here, because as you say, she's not just one thing, and you're revealing to us all the time a new facet in this diamond.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's interesting. Sorry, what was that? What was the question, Tony?
I know I go a long way with these questions. Are you gonna hop behind the camera and do a little directing and producing?
Oh my God. Well, I love directing. So, and I used to direct in the theatre in London quite a bit. So I do enjoy that. Not the producing though. I leave that to the producers. That's the hard bit.
Well, the theatrical directing is kind of a big apple to chew on. It is huge. I've done it, and
Yeah.
I'll do film. I won't do a Broadway show again, ever.
Really? It's so hard, isn't it? Especially when you see something every night, but every day you get a chance to change it. Whereas like with film, it's done, it's in the can. Whereas you can just keep growing and growing your show until the final night.
To me, it's a lot like herding cats. It just
Doesn't
it
work.
just doesn't work for me. But the other projects that you've been involved with, I mean, you're just a real chameleon when it comes to acting. I took a look for research, and I don't recognize you in a lot of the parts, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. No, I've been really lucky. I don't get typecast. I have the roles I like to play, but and my agent's very good at this. It puts me up for everything. Yeah.
Do you prefer live theater over film?
No, I love film. I would direct theater. Whenever I've been on stage and I'm about to go on stage, I hate myself for putting myself in that situation. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that again.
Oh, well, I would love to see you do something there. There, I said it. I said it out loud.
Okay, we're gonna put that out there.
Put it out in the universe. But what are you working on next? Which is a really lousy question to ask a person.
I'm just gonna make something up. No,
Yeah, just make something up.
I just had a baby.
Yeah,
So
really?
a little bit, little bit busy with the baby, but I do have a couple of films on their way out. So a couple of films I haven't seen yet that we shot during the pandemic last year while I was pregnant. So really interested to see. One of them is called The Last Heist, which is another British gangster film. So similar to my Rise of the Foot Soldier franchise, it's got a couple of the actors from that in it. It's all based on a real-time gangster down in Bermondsey, and it's set in purgatory in a bar, and I play sort of like the gatekeeper to hell, I guess. But I'm just a bar woman, really.
Well, your best production, of course, is your baby. So,
There we go. Yeah.
Congratulations though on Sensation. When I saw it, I go into these things going, oh, it's a little film, blah blah blah. But boy, it really has some weight to it. And getting back to that, the writing in this is so crisp.
Isn't it great? Yeah, it was really. It's a huge film. When you look at the script, you're like, oh my God, like how do I attack this? But when something's written well, you can digest it. It goes in, and it made sense. I mean, we changed the script, we changed the story, like lots of things happened within our filming schedule. So the film that we ended up with wasn't the film we shot, like wasn't the film I auditioned for. But I think everyone should be really proud of it. I think it's a really good film.
I think you should be. It's a dynamite film. What do you think audiences are going to take away from it?
I think it's one of those films where you just don't stop talking about it, because everyone's going to watch it and come away with different opinions and different ideas of why things happen, because I don't feel like anything's really set in stone with it. Like it's really open to interpretation. I think anyone that loves sci-fi, psychological thrillers, things like that, they're gonna love it.
Emily Wyatt, you are a dynamite person to talk to, and I appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you.
You're across the pond right now, aren't you?
I am, yes, yeah.
How's the weather there?
Pretty shit.
Yeah, in Salt Lake too. It's just it's cold. Can't stand the cold.
I wouldn't mind it if it actually just snowed. Then I'd be happy.
Come visit us here in Utah. Promise we'll take care of you and the baby and your family.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, Tony.